All right, everybody. We'll be letting people in as they join, but welcome to Friday with the Founders. I know this is my favorite day of the week, not just because it's the end of the work week for a lot of us, but it's because we get a chance to come together as a community and help and support each other. So I'm so excited to have you guys in. If you're joining us today for this live, go throw in the chat on Zoom where you're joining from. Also, go on ahead and throw in a link to your card. We'd love for people to network on this call. It's all about supporting each other. In fact, I'm going to be putting in my card. It's right there, maybe not into the waiting room, but into the meeting here. And then I'm joining from just outside of Denver, Colorado. I know, Guy, you and I are about in the same area, a little bit of distance apart, but we've been having some crazy snow. And it's nice to have one of those sunny days, at least down where I'm at.
Awkward silence, yes.
I know, as I sort of type in hello from Denver. I'm not a good multitasker. As we all know, there's no such thing as multitasking, right? We just toggle between one thing we're doing to another. That was a huge example of that. I'm typing in chat and I just go silent over here as my brain processes. But look, Friday with the Founders. We're so excited because this is our chance to come together as a community, to help and support each other, to celebrate victories, to talk about tips and tricks, and to really elevate everybody who's on or in the Elify community. Typically, we're going to run with a little bit of a topic. Today's topic I actually have on the board here. I think it's a very relevant topic. It's change over time equals results, okay? Change over time equals results. I'm a big data-driven person. Guy, you know this. We've been working together for such a long time. I am that nerdy, data-driven person. Give me as much information as I can, let my brain process it, and I will spit out very specific things. A lot of it is built on pattern recognition and equations, algorithms, right? Well, this is our equation for today. Change over time equals results. Once you know the equation for things, and we've been talking about a lot of success methodologies since Q4 of 2021. I know a lot of us going into the new year, we're talking about, wow, we're 4 weeks in on January. We're getting ready to check January off the list. 1/12 of the year is now done, and we're going to be hammering on our businesses to advance them forward in 2022. It's not, we're done with January. It's time to hang up the coat and relax. We better be consistent with our activity. And many of us looked at the results we wanted to achieve and the timeline we wanted to achieve it in, and we developed whatever choices or change we needed to implement in our systems in order to achieve that result. The big question is, have you identified what change you need to make, and are you implementing that change or implementing that new system to get you to the results that you want to receive? And Guy, before I toss this over to you, I know just before this call, we always sync up on a daily basis as accountability partners, as business partners, and talk about some of this topic information. And one of those things is, how much change am I willing to make? And is that change sustainable over time? And then how much time do I want to equate or allot to achieving the result that I want? So a thing that we lean into all the time is athletics, even physical fitness. I know if I'm running a workout program, I might work within a 90-day time frame. I might say, this is my system, and I need to change from what I'm doing to run that system. A good example of that in my own personal life, on December 15th of last year, I said, I'm just not fitting in the activity that I want to fit into my program focused on my personal health. So in order to do that, I need to, affect some change in my system. I set the alarm at 5 a.m. and every day since December 15th, we're now a month and a half in on this, I've gotten up at 5 a.m. to knock out my morning workout and check that off the list at the beginning of the day. That was my change. I'm sustaining it over time. It's now been about a month and a half of doing that, and I have measurable results of what I can see. Okay, now the change was pretty simple. Get up early. I've been doing a walk. So nothing too intense, something that I knew that the change was sustainable over time. I could have decided that my system was get up at 4 a.m. and go run a marathon every day. Big change, big results, but is it sustainable over time? Maybe for somebody who has a big aerobic base and can work out a lot and has done marathons before, possibly. But for me personally, I probably wouldn't have made it through day one, and I probably would have given up on my change and resorted back to getting the results that I've always been getting. So Guy, throwing it over to you, thoughts on change over time and results?
I mean, ultimately, that's what business is about. That's what personal growth, business growth, everything is about your results, right? And it's all going to be based on that change or the system that you're going to be running, right? If you quit your system, you will not have change. So it's about implementing some type of system. If you want massive results, right? Massive results, what has to happen? You have to have massive change.
Yeah.
And you've got to have the stamina to continue to do that change. You've been doing yours since December 15th. There's other people within, athletics or marathon runners that do it every day, year after year, not day after day. They do it year after year because they have run that system. And the minute that they stop, look at athletes, look at ER and myself, look what happened. We stopped, we were done. I said, I will not run another time in my life after I got done playing football. I will just not do it unless there's a bear chasing me or something. But other than that, what happened? I gained weight. I wasn't continuing to do the stamina aspect of my system. I changed my system. So I got a different result ultimately. Ultimately, there's that word again. We keep saying that. We talk about it. I know you guys have been listening to us talking about the atomic habits, and there's the valley of despair. And when you're going through that valley of despair, you've got to keep your eye on the prize. You got to keep working, knowing that if I just run a system, I'm going to get a result. And running your business, we all set our New Year's resolutions. We set our business plans and our goals. And if you were just to run a system, you have a higher likelihood to reaching a goal than not running a system at all. So remove like the goal in the system, or remove the goal and just run a system and see what results. If my goal is to be physically fit, I'm going to run some type of system. If my goal is to be successful as an affiliate, I've got to run some type of system, but I've got to have some type of stamina. And I will take this off. What I have on the board, competitive stamina, to be able to sustain competitive spirit from day to day, to keep going no matter how you feel daily. That there's only going to be some type of result if I keep that competitive stamina going, if I run my system, if within Elify, within Shuffle, about sharing my cards, if I'm not sharing my cards, I'm not going to get results. If I'm looking to get affiliates, I've got to share my cards. It's not, I want to get one affiliate, I want to get 10, I want to get 100, I want to get 1,000. I've got to start with sharing my cards. That's the very first thing I'm going to do. I got to start with having my story of what Elify has done for me, what Shuffle can do for you. We've had some major meetings over these last few weeks, and especially yesterday, that is going to make massive change. And we are going to be taking massive change because we know there's going to be massive results once some things are implemented. So excited about that, but we know what our goal is. Absolutely. And now we are getting into the system to get that goal accomplished, not only by us, but for the Elify community.
Yeah, absolutely. And look, if you've been listening to this, if you have something to add, a comment to make, throw it down in the chat or in the reactions, raise your hand, and we can go around, and we'd love you to contribute to the conversation. Guy, you mentioned it, and I want to pull it up. I'm going to share my screen. Look, we're all about pouring into ourselves. I truly believe knowledge is power. Guy, you and I are committed to continually pouring into ourselves. You mentioned the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. I put a Elify, a shuffle card together about this book, links directly to Audible. If you've never checked out this book, take an opportunity to check it out. I'm going to go ahead and throw up the QR code link for this book. So it's right here. If you want to scan it off with your mobile device or whatnot, you're more than welcome to scan it off. It'll link directly to that card. And you can go on ahead and check out that book by James Clear, Atomic Habits. One of the things I want to talk about that as it relates to change over time equaling results. And I think this is probably one of the biggest gold nuggets that James Clear makes available to everybody in this book, Atomic Habits, is the atom. Very small, right? We're talking about a molecule here is made up of atoms. His definition of atomic change is small change sustained over time, and not just changing once, but incremental change over time. James's argument would be if we can improve our system or our process just incrementally by 1% on a daily basis, after a year's worth of time, that would be equivalent to 365% change. So Guy, I know you and I were talking about this book, and then I brought up a book that I don't have a card for yet, but that I've run or read many times before, and it's by a Navy SEAL by the name of David Goggins. If you haven't looked him up, you can Google him online. The book is called You Can't Hurt Me. It's an autobiographical account of his life going from where he began all the way up to becoming a Navy SEAL and really just an all-American badass, pardon my French. But the same thing, his argument is massive change over time. And I was telling Guy about a story in that book where David Goggins wants to become a Navy SEAL. And he goes into the recruiter's office and he's just about to age out from the age limit to join and enlist. And he's 100 pounds overweight for the weight cutoff. And he only has maybe, a few months to go until he ages out. And the recruiter says, look, if you can make weight before you age out, you can enlist. And David says, challenge accepted. He committed to a process or a system that included massive change. So for me, it's getting up at 5 a.m. and it's walking at least a mile. Incremental change, right? I'm going to continue to do that every day. I may up it to 1.5 miles, 2 miles, 3 miles. But I'm not going to go way overboard because I want to sustain it for the rest of my life. David had, 90 days to lose about 100 pounds. What was his system? He woke up and from the morning till the evening, he did exercise all day long and had a massively restricted diet. But what did he accomplish? He accomplished the result he was looking for. He sustained that massive change for a period of 90 days, and in that 90-day period, lost about 100 pounds, right? A pound a day. Is it doable? Absolutely. He's living proof of it. Is it sustainable? Big question mark there. However, the big key of the equation is, what's your level of change? What system are you implementing right now? And is it getting you the results you're looking for, or do you need to twist the dial more to make that change? Guy, I know a lot of people that we talk to, they want instant gratification, right? Like, I want to be an affiliate and I want to make 10 grand a month immediately. Great. How much change are you willing to make in what you're doing right now? Because you're going to have to go out and share and talk to a lot of individuals and focus on building a team if you want to scale up your income stream to $10,000 a month. And do it within a 5-month period. However, if you want to go out, build a card, start sharing it and talking to people and introducing it, inviting people to these calls, and you're committed to doing 1, 2, 3, 4 a month when we talk about focus on 4 with the commission calculator, it's not massive change, but it is change. And if you do it over time, we saw in a 12-month period, you could be making $1,000 a month. So ultimately, the equation holds true independent of the amount of change you're willing to do, the amount of time you're willing to commit to sustaining that change, and what result you're trying to back into. And I think that's the biggest thing, Guy, I know you and I always talk about, and that we hope and we want to relate to everybody who's watching this so that they can understand the choice is yours. Every day you can make a choice to change, to do something different than you did the day before. And that choice will either lead to a positive result or a negative result. So when you're looking at those things and auditing the habits or systems that you're running every day, all you need to do is make incremental adjustments to that, or massive adjustments depending on what your goal is and what your timeline is.
Right. And doing those elements and having your system to take that time and make sure I continue to do those things within my system to reach my result. We talked that valley of despair. Then the next one is that plateau of late potential, right? It's where you are having exponential growth in whatever activity, affiliate program, business that you're doing. It's just like heating up an ice cube from 25 to 31 degrees. It's just stored energy. Everything happens at 32 degrees. It starts melting, doing the exact same thing. If you didn't notice when ER shared his card on Atomic Habits, if you didn't also know, Audible has an affiliate program. Mm-hmm. You sign up, you purchase that book, ER just referred you. There we go. It's looking at how can I get in business, or if I want to have some type of result of a commission or making money, you've got to have multiple streams of income. You got to be able to sustain and get those systems and activity out there. Well, Shuffle provides you a platform to provide every one of your affiliate programs, mm-hmm. right? You've got Audible as an affiliate program. You've got some of these within Audible. The book itself will have an affiliate program. Amazon. So we're seeing a lot of people utilizing Shuffle, and these are just additional ideas in ways that you can be utilizing this application to get more out there. But the only way ER is going to get people to sign up for his Audible is by sharing a card that's part of his Shuffle system. The only way he's going to get people to sign up is by sharing that card that's part of his Shuffle system. If it's a great concept, it's a great idea, that's essentially what Shuffle can be, is a great concept and a great idea, unless you implement the system. If you don't implement the system, you're not going to get the results that you were hoping to get with this application, right? So it's being able to go out every day and being able to incrementally change. I'm going to share my card one time. Here I did. I shared my card one time. It's in chat. I know I've done that, but I also know that I've shared it to people who already have the application or already know about what is happening here. It's almost a play and get paid application, affiliate opportunity. You have to play, you have to get in the game in order for results to happen. The exact same thing in any business. You've got to do something to get something. If it's the concept and the great idea and you never use it and you quit on it, you quit on yourself. Any business, that's what happens.
Well, I think that's the key here, Guy, right? This is applicable to anything you're trying to accomplish. If you're willing to put in the change and make the choice to make that change and sustain it over time, you can truly accomplish anything that you set your mind to work on. And here it's the same thing. One of the things that I like focusing on is when we talk about over time, the change and the choice that you're making must be, in my opinion, sustainable. So when I'm implementing a system, I'm asking myself the question when I'm developing that system or that process, is this something that I have a high degree of confidence that I can implement and sustain over time? I mentioned it in my own story, right? I know I can walk a mile or more every day, but at a minimum, walk a mile. And I know that doing that every day for a year, I will have logged 365 miles worth of activity. I've got a choice. I could do 365 miles over the next 5 days. My confidence level of achieving that, pretty low. okay? But my confidence level of achieving a mile every day, I feel like there's nothing that can stop me. You know what I mean? I'm 100% confident I can get my butt out of bed, I can go down and I can crank out my mile and check it off the list first thing. I'm going to get to that point where I say, okay, what results am I seeing and do I need to turn it up? Can I be confident that I can do 1.5 miles or 2 miles? You know what I mean? There's going to be a limit there, but you want to identify that for yourself, but you want to be confident. And when I say confident, think on a scale of 1 to 10. The change I want to make, am I a 9 or a 10 out of 10 that I can adopt that change and do it every day? Here's the good example in business. If you're out there sharing cards right now, if you're out there making phone calls right now, if you're doing meetings right now for whatever business, brand, or whatnot that you're working on, if you just added one more meeting or one more call, right, or one more share to your daily activity, what would the resulting impact look like? That's what we want you to be thinking about. What change or choice can you make today that will ultimately help you get to where you're going? Whether that's with Elify's affiliate program, with your physical health, with your spirituality, with your career, any of these 7 things that we talk about as part of that wheel of life, your family, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, your career, your personal. We are all working on things to be the best version of ourselves. What change are you making in all of those areas? And have you committed to sustaining it over time?
Right. You know, not to point him out, but to point him out, Ruben, you've been working a system for quite a while, and it's just like that ice cube. It's 25. You've warmed it up to almost 32 degrees with some relationships that are going to happen. And the next thing is going to be sustaining that relationship and sustaining the growth to be able to bring Shuffle to that network. It's you've put in the work. You've continued to do that. You've continued to potentially talk to them daily, weekly for a few years. Mm-hmm. And the only thing that would have stopped you, the only thing that would have stopped ER from reaching his goals or being able to walk those 365 miles is himself.
Yep.
Right. That is our only barrier. We talk barriers, hurdles, anything, whatever those, all the different elements that stop you. But the only thing that will stop you is you, no matter what. And there's frustrations, there's hard times, there's ups and downs. But knowing that if you keep working your system, you're going to have some type of result. So, yeah, keep working the system.
Anybody have any questions, thoughts, or comments on today's topic? I definitely want to open this up. It's not our goal for Guy and I to be the only ones on here chatting. I do want to call out and say thanks to Scott for sharing his card. Shelly, I see your card on here. All of these cards are looking so good. Greg, love the card. Thanks for sharing those, guys. They're coming together. Make sure you get out there and share them everywhere you can. No questions. Anybody have any thoughts, any celebrations we want to go through this week? Okay. See, looks like there was a new message.
Shelly's putting a Valentine's Day card in. That's a great idea.
I saw that. It looks pretty good. Guys, there are holidays coming up. Think about the ways you can leverage Shuffle in your outreach to other people. We always say the right information to the right person at the right time will bring you top of mind to them. Think about what you can do. Every interaction doesn't necessarily have to be a business interaction. I know all of us are hungry for that next sale, that next customer. But Guy, to your point about Ruben, maybe it's just like following up with people, staying in touch, staying in front of and being top of mind inevitably results in coming back around and saying, hey, remember that thing you were telling me about? Can you give me some more information on that, etc.? That's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, guys. If there aren't any questions, I know typically what we do, we open it up for Q&A. If there aren't any questions, then we can skip over that for today. Guy, we can go into an overview of the affiliate program. Maybe that's what you came here to join us for today. So I'll go on ahead and pull that up and we'll take an opportunity to overview this. As we've heard before, Guy, from multiple people, we consider Elify's affiliate program the ultimate side hustle. Why? I've been in the affiliate marketing space for over 2 decades now. It's crazy to say that. And it's allowed me to live a life that I wouldn't have if I went out and just worked the 9 to 5 like most people. It's giving me time freedom, location freedom, and best of all, financial freedom. And the concept is extremely simple. You become an affiliate, you get invite links or affiliate links that you can get out and share. When somebody uses your link to visit our sites, that gets tagged to you. That's you promoting Shuffle, promoting Elify, and you start earning. Once you understand this concept, once you've gone out there, shared and enrolled somebody once, you'll realize exactly how simple this process is. Now, Guy, I know you say it all the time. There's a difference between simple and easy. You have to go out and you have to do the work. You have to share the cards. You have to invite people. You have to do some of that. But let's talk about what you can earn when you do that. When you directly refer somebody, you're going to earn 10% of that person's subscription for the life of their account. We call this residual income. In addition to that, on their first month's payment, we're going to actually give you 50% of their Shuffle subscription as a thank you for directly referring them. After that, again, 10% every single month as long as they maintain their account with us. So pretty powerful on the direct referral side. And again, residual compensation. So if they stay using Shuffle with us for 3 years, you earn every month for those next 3 years. This is what it's all about. Doing the work once, earning on it for the lifetime, and building on that previous amount of work month over month. You'll also earn 8% on network referrals. What does that mean? Well, the people that you've referred, whether they are just customers, whether they become an affiliate, does not matter. If they expose Elify and Shuffle to their communities and their spheres of influence, and it generates a sale because it's in the link of the chain from where you were to who you referred, you'll earn 8% on those network referrals for a full 6 degrees of separation. Okay. In addition, we call this leverage. Leverage is such a powerful component because it allows you to not just earn on your direct efforts, but earn on the efforts of other people. I'm a big proponent of this. In fact, the quote I always lean on is a paraphrase of John Paul Getty. And I say I would much rather have 1% of the efforts of 1,000 people because there's absolutely no way I can put in 1,000% effort. Think about that, right? Would you want to go out and directly refer 1 million people to Shuffle at 10%? Or would you rather go out and refer maybe 100 people who each go out and do or replicate some variation of that, and the resulting network is still 1 million people and you're earning between 10 and 8% off of all of that volume? That's the power of leverage, guys. Not everybody has a massive sphere of influence. If you have a small sphere of influence, you can still be highly successful by just going around and finding the right individuals to partner with who have larger spheres of influence. In order to maximize leverage, we also have allowed you a direct referral bonus milestone that you can earn. This is directly in your power and it's based on your direct referrals. When you go out and directly refer 10 people, not only are you earning your 10%, you're going to earn an additional 1% on a 7th level. At 20 people, you'll earn 1% on an 8th level. At 30 people, 1% on a 9th level. And at 40 people, 1% on level 10. So what does this look like, guys? Pretty simple. We want to make sure everybody has absolute clarity and understanding of the affiliate program because it is that simple. This is you. You become an affiliate. You get your links and you start sharing out links and cards to promote Elify and Shuffle. Every time somebody enrolls using your link, you're going to get that 10% residual income. You'll also get that initial sign-up bonus. And then if they go out and are re-exposing Shuffle and Elify and it's resulting in sub-sales, these are your network referrals. If it's within 6 degrees of separation from you, you earn 8%. Finally, if you go out and it's in your control to directly refer 10 people, 20 people, 30 people, or 40 people. So you're maxing out our whole program. When you've directly referred 40 people, you're going to earn 1% on level 7, 8, 9, and 10. So very simple process. If you do have a question, raise your hand or throw it in the comments. We also included on this page, and I'm going to call this out. We're on elifyshuffle.com/affiliate. If you're sharing this page with other individuals, you can add your affiliate code or invite code on the end of that, right? And anybody who comes to this page, in our case, Douglas Baldwin, our demo account, would get credit for those referrals. There's a commission calculator on here you can come and directly plan or play with. When we talk about change, time, result, this is what we're talking about. What are you going to do? What are you going to be promoting? Maybe you're promoting the tap card. Maybe you're promoting the MSRP of Shuffle. Maybe you're promoting both. What are you going to be promoting? You can slide the scale of what you're promoting. How much are you going to be promoting it, right? We lean in on a focus on 4, guys. We want to get to 40 direct referrals. Let's start out with the focus on 4. My question to you is, how quickly do you feel you can get in front of 4 people who will make a buying decision about Elify and Shuffle? Ideally, you want to target people who will also be network partners with you, right? Who are looking for those opportunities to increase their income streams through these types of side hustles. So we're going to move this over to 4, but you can again adjust it up or down depending on what you want to do. Then you're going to look at and factor in your month over month retention. Everybody you refer does not stay on Shuffle for the life of it. What we found is if you support them in creating at least one card and getting it shared out, knowing how to share cards, they will stay on for a long period of time. If you don't, if you just say sign up and you're on your own, and they don't take that step to build a card or share, they will churn out after several months. So how much retention are you seeing in your referrals? Make sure you adjust to account for that, okay? Maybe it's 50%. And then what type, this is a key factor, what type of duplication, what quality of people are you referring, and are they going to follow along with the affiliate program? Not everybody you refer is going to become an affiliate. In fact, we focus more on customers here at Elify than we do on attracting or recruiting affiliates. However, some portion, maybe it's 3 out of every 10 people you refer, are going to see the opportunity that you're running, and they're going to choose to partner with you as part of your referral network and start promoting as well. Maybe it's 4 out of 10. Again, those will impact the leverage that you have. And the final thing, we set it on the board for today, change over time equals results. Let's factor in time, guys, and be realistic about our expectations. If you want to earn $1,000 per month, it is doable within Elify's affiliate program, but it's going to be based on the amount of change you can impact. Upfront, you might be subsidizing the cost of your subscription. Over time, month 2, month 3, you're starting to create a profitable income stream. That's the goal of every business, right? You got to have more coming in than you have going out. Once you do that, you're profitable in your business, and it's just a matter of scaling it up. This is why I like residual compensation and leverage as part of Elify's affiliate program, because I can build, and you'll see this total network size over time, month over month on the previous month's activities. If I want to get to earning about $1,000 a month, and you can see 8 months in, based on this calculator, we're making about $1,300 a month, but we've been committed for 8 months. That's the overtime. If you do 4 people for your first month and then stop doing it, your total network size is probably going to be around 4. If you need to get it to 1,000, in this case, it's about 962 people within the referral network earning you $1,359. Not a bad income stream when you didn't have to bring in all 962 people. You were just focused on 4 people every month, 1 person a week. Ask yourself, is that achievable? Do I have a high degree of confidence that if I made some choices and some changes, ran a system, that I could find 1 person every week to purchase Shuffle for $20 a month? I assure you it is doable, and we have people who are doing it. What are you willing to take on and do? And is your confidence level that high? Maybe it's higher than that. I can do more than 1 person a week ER, more than 4 people in a month. I can do 4 people a week. you're going to get there 4 times faster. That's going to adjust. The greater the change, the lower the time to equal the same result. This is how that whole equation works here, guys. So you can adjust and play around with this calculator based on the result you want to achieve. And that will tell you what you need to be doing and what you need to show others as the path to accomplish the same result. Then all you're doing is what we do on a weekly basis. Guys, the system of support is very simple. Very simple, okay? We hold a 5-hour work week. This is one of those 5 hours, Friday with the Founders. It's an opportunity for you guys to get with us and for us to support you. One of the big objectives, if you're looking to make change in your business right now, start inviting. Invite one guest to come with you on the next call, Friday with the Founders. Maybe it's somebody you've been thinking about who would be an ideal partner for you. Maybe it's somebody who's been toying with the idea of implementing Shuffle as a client. Again, allow them to connect with us, ask their questions. We want to support you as a community in getting those referrals, okay? So inviting. Friday with the Founders, Saturday and Sunday, we have no events. That's your weekend. Maybe that's when you're doing all of your side hustle stuff. Maybe it's when you're resting and relaxing. I use that time personally as what we call will, skill, and refill, okay? Will, what am I working on? Am I reminding myself of those objectives? Because when the going gets tough, I need to have a why or a desire to overcome those obstacles. So I continually go through the will. The skill, after I have a plan, have I prepared myself to implement that plan? Do I have the right tools? Do I have the right skills? That's the skill part of will, skill, and refill is doing it continually, at least at a minimum on a weekly basis, ideally on a daily basis. When I get up in the morning and I do my run or I do my walk, then I'm doing my gratitudes and my meditation, and I'm thinking about my goals that I'm working towards. That's going to sustain the change that I've implemented. Okay, will, skill, and refill over the weekend. On Mondays, we will do Monday sprint planning. Guy, you and I are firm believers that you want to have a plan. You want to put that plan down in writing. You and I are both working out of our planners. We have our calendars online and we're filling it out. If you guys aren't putting your plans in writing, how do you know where you're going? You know, you don't have a GPS that's sitting there shouting commands to you. You got to have a map. So put your plan down in writing. That's what Monday sprint planning is all about. We want to have a plan. We want to know what our plan is, not for the next year, not for the next 5 years, right? That's our Northern Star with the goal. But what's our plan for this week, the next 7 days, so we can be laser focused on that week? And then once we have that plan on Monday, I only focus on the day. What am I doing Monday? What am I doing Tuesday? What am I doing Wednesday? And then I can only take it one day at a time. We can't live in the future, guys. We can live in the present. We can't change what we did yesterday or didn't do. We can only change what we did today. So that's Monday, sprint planning. It happens at 10 a.m. Mountain Time every week. Okay, we can get a week at a glance card out there, and you can have the schedule for this whole thing. Preparing, right? You got to plan, you got to prepare, then you can expect to achieve the results that you're working on. As part of the preparing on Tuesdays, as part of that 5-hour work week, Tuesday is Tuesday at 2 p.m. Central Time with Kathy. If you are struggling to use the technology, if you have a question, how do I do this? How do I do that? How do I add an image, create a campaign, generate leads? We want to come together as a community and give you the resources to be able to do that. We've got some great people. I know, Ruben, you're on that call consistently every Tuesday, and I don't think you would show up to that call if you didn't find value in that call each and every week, and how it's assisted you in building out the cards and leveraging the technology to the best of your ability. This is exactly what Tech Tuesday at 2 is all about. On Wednesdays, we have Mindset of a Champion at 7 p.m. Central Time. Guys, this is the skills for business, the skills for working and achieving anything you want to set your mind to. You got to have that mindset of a champion. These things all work together. So you want to check that out. That's happening every Wednesday. That's part of the skill set on preparing to execute our plan. On Thursdays, we do a Thursday roundtable mastermind. Imagine we have a whole community of all these amazing people, and we want to come together and help each other solve the problems we're working on. Are you trying to create more leads? You know, we can talk about what type of page you want to put together in Shuffle to achieve that. Are you trying to maintain your follow-ups? We can talk about some of the CRM applications. Are you trying to formulate your plan? I've already talked to tons of people where, hey, can you just help me make sure I'm flushing out my plan and setting reverse engineering to my results? We can cover a lot of that on that roundtable mastermind on Thursday. That's 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And then that'll bring us back to our 5th hour in our 5-hour work week, Friday with the founders. Again, we want to encourage you to invite people to these calls. We want to encourage you to reshare this information out to people. It's all about you guys as Elify affiliates. We rely 100% on you guys to spread the word about what we're working on. And if you want to have or stake your claim in part of that revenue that we share out with the affiliates, if you go through that commission calculator, you'll understand we're paying out over half of the revenue that comes in every month to all of our affiliates. What are you going to stake as your claim to that revenue? Really is the question there. So, Guy, that's the affiliate program. That's the week at a glance of what we have coming up with the 5-hour work week. Anything else you want to cover on today's call before we round this thing out?
The only thing I was going to add to that is that's the long overview of the affiliate program. The short one is very simple, and it was put on a couple weeks ago. The final aspect of what that card and video will be to be able to be available for each one of you to share out to others. It's also one of those final revision type things. Brittany, you asked about what we call the WAG, week at a glance card. It is in final review. Kathy is actually waiting on 2 people to review that, and it will be available for everyone as well. So we will make sure that is here soon. Now, Gary, I know you had a question talking about the extension or what it would look like potentially with the additional ability for you all that had taken advantage of the discount and what that looks like.
Yes, I was saying I like that doing it for the $10, but my question was, how many people's on the marketplace, and maybe if we could do a discount, say $20 for the 10 pages with the marketplace as a discount.
Interesting suggestion, Gary. What I'll do is Guy and I will get back with the team and we'll look into that. What would it take to offer that and include that as part of the subscription? Right now, Marketplace is discounted to $5 per month as part of your account. But Gary, we'll look at maybe including that Marketplace as part of some type of offer for the $20 discount that you guys have as affiliates.
Right. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate the suggestion. Thanks for joining us today. It's great to have you on.
I think that's what we really love about this network is suggestions and being able to ask and bring up either concerns or questions about what we could do as an affiliate and work together to make sure that we make it of value to you to be able to potentially bring people in. So we love the community, and that's why we do these every Friday. Now, James, I know you have your hand up, and Ruben, I see you physically have your hand up. So we'll go with James first. He popped up in the screen first, and then we'll go with you.
Hey guys, sorry I keep running in and out of driving multiple calls, but something me and ER talked about the other day, and I implemented that plan. I ordered 5 extra cards. So what I'm doing, Kathy's got the demo promo cards that we think we're talking about. I'm actually getting them a hard copy card as well. So hey guy, you take this card, you take the next 2 weeks and play with it, practice with it, have fun, understand what this card's gonna do for you. At the end of this 2 weeks, you need to either buy this or return the card. Well, now they got the physical card and they got the app card working with it. Hey, you know, I like this card. It's up to me to decide whether I'm going to charge them for that hard copy card or say, you know what, guy, I appreciate you working. You keep this card. It's a gift for me to use. But what James is thinking, if I just give the card to Guy, I'm still writing that card off as a tax deduction, and they have the hard copy card in hand. I think last week we talked about whether it was good to actually have the discount and those who are already members, whether it's costing you. And I made the statement, I'd rather have the people I didn't know at a discount than I have a discount and don't have people at all. So that's just something I started implementing, but that's all. Back to you guys.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Yeah, thanks, James, on that. One thing I want to tease out of what James was just talking about, and James, if anybody can learn from somebody, I know you've got so much information to share. In fact, maybe on one of our Thursday roundtables, I'd love to have you on as one of the main guests, and we can talk about some of those strategies. But one of the strategies that, if you tease it out of what James was just talking about, is sampling the card, right? How many other businesses out there are sampling what they're promoting, right? They give you a sample, check this out, try this drink, try this solution, try this product, and then I'm going to come back to you in a week or two and see what the results have been. I'm going to set it up for you. I'm going to make it as easy as possible for you to implement it. It's pretty simple to manage, but here you go, check this out, and I'm going to come back to you in 2 weeks and see what the results have been. You're just queuing up to have that next interaction or that next conversation, but you could be sampling right now. So all James did, he went into his account, he went up to the banner where it said purchase tap cards, and he bought himself a series of tap cards. I think he bought 5, 10 of them, you know what I mean? And then they come over to him, and now he's got ones to sample out. He's gonna run that system for a period of time. He's gonna see what the result is, and he's going to do one of two things, guys. This is the model. He's either going to say, I like that result, and I will continue that system, or even twist up the dial. Maybe instead of sampling 1 card a week, he starts at 2, 3, 4 a week and grows that, and the results start to grow. Or he says, you know what? People just kept the card and they kept canceling their meeting on me, or whatever they're going to do, and that system didn't work. But you're not going to know unless you make the change. You run it over time to see if you have a measurable result that you want to stick with. So keep in mind, guys, sampling is a great way. We have promo cards if you want to sample something digitally, but there's something so powerful about having something physical, especially if you're in person with people, to just do the taps.
To add to that, that's an extension of what, like Kathy was doing. She was talking about it last week of prospecting people or meeting people and giving them examples, making an account. A lot of people's business cards have their email on it. You can create a free account with you as the affiliate that referred them, create a card for them. James took it a step further and then got a tap card that also goes to that account, and then gifted it to them as the example. From the tap card aspect for James, I think that's a great strategy to go, that if you use this and it works, and you want to continue using it, it's a gift. If not, I would encourage you to give it back. So those are just ideas that can help get more information out. Shuffle, I feel that Elify and Shuffle is a secret, and a lot of people are keeping it secret. Secrets don't make friends. Secrets don't make networks. It's all about getting out there and making sure that the network can expand based on information going out to everybody. So Ruben, you were next up, and then we'll go with you, Scott.
One of the beautiful things about Shuffle and my 5 years association is basically the support team that we have. And one of the key support teams that I really, really love is Tuesday with Kathy. A big shout out to Kathy, because she really makes the concept simple for us to share with other people, because that's the key. If you want an affiliate, they're going to have to be pretty turned on how to create a card. If you want a customer, they need a little extra guidance, and Kathy has been doing that. So in light of that Tuesday, I noticed they have been recorded. So what is the link that we can get all of those recorded Tuesday training sessions on? Could you put that in the chat?
Yeah, let's have, I know a lot of those are sitting on Kathy's personal YouTube account. Kathy, you're welcome to share those links out there. I know we're going to also transfer those MP4 video files up into our YouTube account. When we have those into our YouTube account, Ruben, we will start posting those out. But in the meantime, Kathy, feel free, if you have any of those links, post them in or post them within the social groups as well. I do know we want to get those Tuesday replays going.
And I know Kathy's driving, so make sure you keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah, that's right.
But from the aspects, I know Kathy doesn't want to have all the keys in her pocket from Elify, so that's why it's gone on to her page. But she's probably going to be given the Elify key to get into, make sure when she's doing these recordings, they'll probably be live on the Elify page. So we'll also make sure that there's a specific section for the Tuesday training, so you know where to go and everything will be housed, and she doesn't have to send them to ER and I to upload them. So Scott, go ahead.
Yes, my question centers around the promo cards. I picture some people, watching Zooms and knitting while they're doing it. And I know Kathy, it sounds like she's out there making promo cards as she's listening to these, unless she's driving. And so my question is the promo card something that is just like any other card I create? I'm just thinking that when I give it to somebody and say they choose to do the free option, do they still get all the features that would normally be there, or do they lose some of the accessibility? Like if they had several links on it, because obviously if I create a promo card, I want it to have some wow factor.
Yep.
And so I'm just curious what is included in that. And then also as a follow-up, what strategies are people using with the promo card to then turn that person either into an affiliate, or say you're in a direct selling or marketing situation that you want to then use that almost to create a warm market to then say, well, now you can just add another stream of income through creating this other card that I have.
Yeah. First of all, Scott, great questions. The first part with the promo card, let's look at that. Okay. The benefit of a promo card, and if you haven't joined us on Tuesdays with Kathy, we actually had talked about where promo cards are located as we went through the desktop navigation overview. These are located under each contact profile. When you click on My Shared Cards, you're either sharing them one of your card or a promo card you created for them. So you're going to find those promo cards under each contact. Scott, the benefit of a promo card is sometimes people need to see themselves painted in the picture in order for it to click for them how they would use it, right? I can show them my card all day long and they could be like, wow, that's amazing. That's neat. That's great that you're using that. But they can't see themselves using it. Much like James was just talking about with sampling the tap card, a promo card is like giving somebody a sample. We want them to see it built out for them. That being said, when you send a promo card to somebody, if they come in through that promo card and purchase full shuffle, they will get a copy of that promo card, with the exception of if you've created the promo card using the marketplace. Okay? If you created the promo card using your marketplace subscription, understand that if that person wants that same card, they're going to need to be subscribed to the marketplace as well. Additionally, on the other end of the spectrum, if they come in on the promo card, but instead of enrolling into Shuffle as a whole, the whole Shuffle solution, they just sign up for a free account, note that those free accounts have limited functionality on their cards. So you could show them all the bells and whistles, but if they come in and get a free account, they may be stuck with that free template unless they upgrade into the full service. And so you might get that call back from them. Hey, I just enrolled, I got this free account, but my card doesn't look anything like the one you built for me. That's your opportunity to say, absolutely, it's because I have an advanced account or I'm using Marketplace. All you need to do is log into your account and upgrade, and you can have all of that. You know what I mean? For part two,
right. And I think to speak to sampling and giving it out to potential network marketers or people that have networks or networking groups is sampling it and making sure that you're putting yourself in their shoes on what they potentially would want on a card. You know, maybe it's an invite to their opportunity, a product experience of theirs. So having their information and then doing research, understanding, you know, if is company ABC, what are their products? Maybe just putting a button with a link to their product page and then a button to become a distributor or whatever that is. That gives them a little bit more of an idea of how this could work when they receive it and say, now I want this for my team. And they see how this could be something that is easily replicatable to be able to retain their customers longer, but going out to recruit more distributors, more members, whatever that is, that's something that they'll want to get into the hands of each one of their people. But just making sure that that example or that product sample that you're going to be giving them is something that's going to be relevant to them. I know there's some cards out there that People will just put a name, phone number, email, picture, and give that to somebody, and they say, "Oh, that's great. Appreciate that." Well, what value is that to them other than here's a digital form? And yes, I can get that. I can get that for free. Come on in and get it for free. But if you want to be able to product sample, give experience of how it may be beneficial for their business, I would look at adding a couple additional elements to say, this is you, this is your business, this is how you get signed up, these are the products you offer, those different types of things. They might come back and say, "Oh, this is great. I have links that I want to add to these. How would I do this?" Well, let's get you signed up, and I'll show you how to add a link in that button to make sure that you get the benefit if someone on your team is going to come sign up, or they're looking for more customers and clients.
I think that's so good, Guy. And the only thing I would add as a tip for anybody who's building promo cards, to the point between an individual who maybe you're targeting as a customer versus, say, an individual or group that's part of a greater network or opportunity. To Guy's point, I want to be very personalized if I'm creating a sample for an individual, right? Like, I want to find out more about Ruben. I want to know what Ruben does and what Ruben likes and what Ruben stands for. And I can create a card that's sort of within that wheelhouse of his personality and what I think he would be looking for. And what I love about what Guy said is, as I do that, they're going to start to see themselves with that, or themselves using that, and they'll start to ask you those buying questions, right? Like, "Hey, could I add a video on this?" Or, "Hey, could I add additional buttons?" That's the cue. Yeah, you can add and personalize this any way you want. I just wanted to create an example that would best personify you. Whereas on the networking side, and for those organizations, one of the keys that a lot of those groups are looking for more than anything else is replication. And so you want to create your promo card in a way that looks repeatable for not just that individual, but for all of the individuals that might see themselves using that exact same card. Because for a lot of networks, they want just press play, right? Just give me something that I can go out and share, that I can give to my team members, that they can go out and share. And it's sort of very similar across the whole card template. And there's only a little bit of personalization maybe at the bottom about the distributor, the rep, the business owner, etc. So I hope that tip helps a little bit too. I'm going to go back. James, I see that you're next in the queue. Feel free to unmute. Did we just lose James?
You're muted.
I'm sorry. I did unmute myself. Thank you. Appreciate it. Going back to the question about how to use the promo card. I remember when I first got started, I actually pushed the card to everybody and said, "Hey, you got to the end of the month to use this discount, or it's going to go away." Adding the tap card, I'm going to add the same thing, but I'm only going to break it down to 2 weeks, therefore keeping the tap card closer. But something Ruben mentioned I wanted to state on was with a promo card, and you said personalize it. I've had several people say, "Well, I got Linktree." So I took their Linktree card and I created that as a breakdown card. And I said, "Look at your Linktree compared to my card. Which one do you want to work with?" You look pretty good. I thought so. And then last week I sent my DJ card out. I tell everybody again, please, you can use my DJ card. Anybody who's in the service industry. When I talk to them, I say, "Hey, we all like to get tips." And people always say, "I don't have money," but they have their phone. My DJ card has a link to PayPal, Cash App, Venmo. It has a direct access to a Google review and a Facebook review. So I say, "Hey, ER, think about this. When you're with a client and you want them to give you a tip or review, if you send them an email, it goes all around here. By having that direct click here review, it's in their hand. They can do on the spot. My reviews for my business jumped up tremendously. But the fact that I was able to show them on the card, I've got a client I'm meeting with tomorrow who has a YouTube page and is very interested. And she's a friend of mine, but a guy I met last week said, "Hey, that dude showed me his phone. He tapped my phone with his card and it's worked out." She said, "What is this?" So she called me and I told her about it. So we're about to sign her up. But I'm doing this in the whole circle just to say, I know a lot of people worry about, I don't know if I can do the tap card and somebody takes my cards and keep it. Well, think like this. Okay, if you give them the card and they don't return it, okay, you got 20 bucks you're writing off. Well, they got my card to do nothing with. What I did, I put my link for sign up and everything in there. If they're actually using my card to promote their business, I'll just change the information in there to, "Hey, promote me." Because what I got on the bottom of all the cards is I got ER is the best guy in the world. Contact me, blah, 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 blah. Hey, don't forget, he also worked with James at DJ, blah, blah, blah. So as they're promoting their business, they're promoting mine. So if they don't come back, I already got the promotion out there. Thank you for the free advertisement. Back to you guys.
Appreciate that, James. Just so many good little tips. Again, if you read between the lines of what James is talking about, he's going to lead you on a path to the systems that he's running and how he's leveraging them. So again, these are all repeatable things that anybody on this call or watching this call can adopt and leverage. And we hear this time and time again from affiliates on these Friday with the Founders calls. So really appreciate all of that insight and input. Dana, I see your hand up. Thanks for joining us. It's great to have you on every week. Go on ahead, unmute yourself and let us know what you got.
Hello, everybody. I wanted to know about the promo part of it. I've been using the promo cards, but I think it was Steve had just gave me another perspective on it. Like when I send my card out, I send the card out, I send a promo card out. Then when a person gets shuffled, you said that that would be their first card.
So if they come in, Danon, on your cards, your promo cards, at the bottom, there is a banner that sits on those cards. If they click on that banner, we know what card they're coming from, and we know that that's a promo card for that person. Then when they enroll, we're leveraging that card for their account. If they don't use that banner, if they just come through the website, it will still recognize the Danon cookie that you had referred them, and you'll get the referral, but the card won't show up in their account. So in order to get that card, they do need to come through that card specifically as they enroll.
Okay, so that's.
Any other questions, Danon? You're muted. You might have hit your mute button there.
Yeah, is there any way like you could stop them from getting that card, that first card, like by turning off clone?
You could probably turn off the clone, and the other thing that you may be able to set is turning off a banner on those. If your account allows you to turn off those banners on there. The other thing I like, and this is to James's point, detailing out the card, but maybe the contact details are actually yours. So that way, if they want it or want to change it, they need to somewhat get back to you on that.
Okay, thank you.
Happy to help. Well, anybody else out there with any last questions or comments? I know we're at the top of the hour here, and we've been really diligent about trying to keep these around an hour in length. So if there are, Danon, yep, I saw that hand go up. Go ahead.
Okay, okay, like if I send somebody a promo card, are they able to use it, like to send it out like on Facebook to at least get some feedback on that card?
Yes, they have the same link that you shared to them. So part of that suggestion when you create a promo card for somebody is go on ahead and take this link and use it. Again, if you're getting the alerts, you can come back to that person in a day, a week, and say, hey, look, I saw that you were sharing this out and this is the result. And that's, again, another strategy on coming out and saying, hey, I see that you're using this thing. You could be getting these alerts yourself if you create the account. Let me help you create that account so that you can continue to use this card, modify this card, and get all the alerts from sharing this card.
Right. I think Kat shared something like that before, and I wasn't able to catch it all.
Yeah.
Whereas she was showing the alerts to a person. I think the car salesman or something she was selling. But okay, thank you.
Yep, of course, of course. Okay, guys, any last questions from anybody who's joined us today? Going once, twice? All right. Well, if that's the case, everybody, I want to thank you for giving us a little bit of your time. I know that your guys' time is valuable. We really appreciate you guys. We appreciate you being part of the Elify network here. We want to see you guys be as successful as you want to be as an Elify affiliate. And look, we look forward to seeing you guys on the next call. Our next call is going to be Monday Sprint Planning, Monday at 10 a.m. Central, or I'm sorry, 10 a.m. Mountain Time. And we'll be creating our plan for the next 7 days ahead for that week. Danon, I saw your hand go up. You and I will connect offline, and I'll make sure to get that question answered for you. In the meantime, I want everybody to have an amazing rest of your Friday and an amazing weekend. I challenge you to will, skill, and refill over the weekend. Get your plans together and ask yourself, what is my change going to be? How willing and long am I going to commit to doing that change? And is that going to lead me to my expected results? Bring that into your plans for Monday, and we'll see everybody on that Monday call. Thank you, everybody. Good to see everybody. Dana, I'll give you a call in a little bit here. Thanks, everybody. Take care. Have a great
Take care,
weekend.
everyone.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.